Hi guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. So today we're going to be learning how to build this very simple and nice yacht, and there's kind of a couple of variations, and I've got another one over there which I'll show you in a little bit. But it's a nice little small one that you can use in your ports or just in rivers in general. It's kind of got a nice little seating area, you know, sitting down. It does have an underground, well, not underground, it has got a small kind of cabin-y type thing in the bottom. And it's built off, kind of based off, I guess, the Absolute 43 Fly, so you can check that out if you want to have a look at it. Because it does have this bottom bit, it is a bit bigger underneath the water, but because it's black wool, you can't really tell. You can just about see that it's a little bit, there you go. You can see that it's bigger than it would normally be. So it's kind of up to you. If you want to be really accurate, what you'd end up doing is basically cutting off the last bottom layer here and pulling this back. But it depends on if you want an interior. This one also has got this little top area as well. So it's kind of cool, kind of like, I don't know, sunbathing area, and you can get to it by the steps. I know it's not exactly perfect, but it's still pretty good. So if we just fly over here, I'll show you the other variation, which I have just around here. So we go down underneath the bridge. There we go. So this is the other variation I've got of it, and it's basically the same, just with the top cut off it, and also, of course, in quartz instead. I think that one works out really nicely as well, but exactly the same kind of underneath as well, so you got that small area. So let's jump into the tutorial world and we will get started. Okay, so here is the yacht. As you can see, as I was saying, there is a lot underneath the water, but that is just because so we can actually fit in a small kind of interior part into it. If you wanted to get rid of that, you could just, you know, take off all of this, or down here, wherever it is, but we're not going to do that, we're going to leave it in. So we got that there, I think it was like that. But you could just, you know, take off that bottom layer, but then you won't really have an underground little area there. It's up to you on kind of what you think looks better. Out of the water this looks terrible, in the water it looks okay. So the materials we're going to need is some sort of material with a slab, stair, and also a full block. I'm actually going to use the acacia kind of blocks in mine. Just because it's quite orange, it'll give us a nice orange one, it'll make it a little bit different. The texture pack I'm using as well is LD Modern for this, which is my own texture pack. You're also going to need glass panes, never brick fence, and for the bottom you're going to need black wool. That was just mainly to darken out that, you know, extended hole in a way. What I'm going to be using for the tutorial is red wool, just because it shows up a lot nicer. For example, here you won't be able to tell almost any definition, especially with video editing, you just can't tell what's going on. So I'll quickly just switch into default to show you guys that the actual ship in it like that. Okay, so this is what it looks like in default. Still looks pretty cool, I think. Doesn't look too bad at all. So that's pretty much it for it in default. So I'll switch back to my texture pack and we'll get started. So if you guys are building this one underneath the water, you actually need to be 3 blocks under, 1, 2, and 3. So, what do I mean by that? If this acacia wood here is the waterline, you're basically going to have, you know, obviously you'll be able to see a little bit of this showing, you know, just like a part of it. But it will be basically 3 blocks under. So let's get started. Okay, so grab your black wool. I'll be using red, but you're going to go 1, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And same on the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this will just be the bottom layer, and that's for layer number 1. And then come forwards off this block, and you're going to have 2. So you've got 2 here, then you're going to have 2. Then you have 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then it's going to be 3 across the back, so you got 1, 2, 3. Same on the other side, 2, and then 4, like that. And then for the next one, what you're going to do is you're going to place a block directly on top of that one there. You're going to go forwards. Then again, you're going to have 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then 3 across the back on this part going out. Like that, so you got this 2 and then 6, and that's it for everything underneath the water. What I actually advise doing is add an extra block in there just to smooth it out, and also one extra on the back possibly, and even up higher, even there. So I'm making minor amendments to it now that I've kind of come back to it, but that should do for the bottom of the hole. You can then throw away that, and we'll get on to the main colour here. Okay, so then grab your main colour, come to the front and place down a block directly on top of the last, go forwards by 1, then you have a 2, then you're going to have an 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you got 2 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. You have 3 slabs just going across the back part here. Now if you grab your stairs, we're just going to switch out that block there for a stair, that block for a stair, that block for a stair. So it's just making this kind of front part a bit more yacht-like. And then you can just grab your full block and put these in on the back part right here like that. And then if you grab your block again, you're just going to place one on the front, and they go forwards by 1. Then you have another 2. And then this one goes all the way back. It's just 1 short because we have a stair in there instead. So we got that there. And we got 2 there. And yet again, we're just going to switch these ones out for the upside down stairs. And put in a block behind each of those like that. We can also fill in the floor here, which we just go up 1 slab onto this part. Like here, and we can just fill all this in. Like that. That'll give us the actual base for it. And if we go to the front, we can actually switch out this block here for a slab, this one for a slab, this one for a slab. It just makes it look a little bit more tidy and kind of a bit smoother. And then if we just go back and leave these 2 and go to the next one, we're just going to have 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here, 4 blocks. And if we grab our glass, we can just put the glass on top of these and then go 1, 2, 3 on the side. So you got 1, 1, 2, 3. And then right here, we're going to have a slab and a stair. So we've got slab and stair. Like that. That'll give you this part. I'll show you where to put the stairs in kind of at the end. It'll be a little bit easier, but that gives us this kind of interesting little front part like that. Okay, and then just grab your slabs and put them directly on top of the glass, just like this. And then if you grab your 4 blocks, we're just going to go 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to have a stair on the back of these ones. Then right here, we're going to have a slab. Then we're just going to fill in the floor of this part just with slabs like this. And actually this one can become a full block here. Grab a glass pane, so we're just going to wrap those around like that. And then we can put on 1, 2, and maybe even 3 going up, or 2. It depends. You can have a kind of look at this and even possibly do something like this with your never brick fence, just to make some sort of like antenna type things. But that'll give you enough room to go on the inside and walk around. But also you'll be able to, if you can jump up, get onto this top part here. But that's pretty much it for the tutorial. The only thing I'd do if you don't want that interior part is just cut out literally all of this. And I'm actually going to have to punch into the ground, I think. There we go. So cut out all of this and then fill all of that bottom part up. It'll stop you from using underneath, but it'll look more like an actual yacht. So there we go, we have that there. As you can see, that's already kind of changed the shape quite a lot. You could even go even further and actually cut back some of these blocks here, and cut back this one. Put in one here and cut back this as well. Cut that back and put in a block on each side like that. So you know, you can kind of change it to make it a little bit more, even more circular, or even just have 2 on the back part there, something like that. And if you did really want an engine, for example, you would actually put it right on the back. So now that we've got this different shape, you put something like this. So that is underwater, but that will show that block there. So you could just do it as that and just put in a fence. So where did I put the stairs? What I did here is I just gave it, basically you got the slab, then you got this one here, then I went down with the stairs. You could go down with a ladder, it's kind of up to you, but then you kind of had your little seat in here. I just put in a crafting table and a normal seat. You know, you can put it down levers and things like that. As we're down in here, got underneath the stairs, I've got a furnace, bookshelf, and that's actually supposed to be over there. There we go. Got a trapdoor over, this is a special block that I've got in my texture pack, which is kind of like a fridge. So I've got that in there. We've got a little bed, just a box. On our box, a spruce wood plank with a button on it. And we've got this. We've got a tiny little table, which is just a fence with carpet on it, and a little chair. And then we got the bookcase just fitting in that part. But that's pretty much it for the tutorial. It's very, very simple. It's kind of like a nice little one as well. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the tutorial. If you have, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.